my lovelies. Welcome to your full Blood Moon in Taurus yoga class. My name is Natasha, also known as Nourish Natasha. If you're new here, welcome. If you're old here, welcome back. I feel like I haven't been around here much, but I promise it's for good reason. I have been planning and putting into action probably the biggest event I've ever had. If you don't know, I host witchcraft and wellness retreats across the country, and I'm about to go to my first one in Salem, and it is like a huge deal. This is like a really big pivotal moment in my life, for my business, and I will be there for the blood moon, which I'm very excited about. It's going to be a very once in a lifetime experience. This is actually the last blood moon until 2025, so the last total lunar eclipse until 2025. It is the night between November 7th and 8th. So it's going to be the very, very early hours of the 8th that you will be able to see it across North America. There's also a meteor shower. I believe it's like the I don't know how to pronounce it. It's a meteor shower also happening at that time. So if you're watching the eclipse, you might see some shooting stars. But this is a very big, very big deal. Astrologically, we are in the sign of Taurus. We are in Scorpio season. And I like to kind of just give a basic description of what eclipses are. They're basically portals that put us where we need to be. Eclipse season is kind of a portal in and of itself. And we started it with our new moon in Scorpio. That was a solar eclipse, and now we're ending this eclipse season with this blood moon eclipse, and it's going to be a big one. Tons of energy. I mean, the moon is going to turn red because it is an eclipse, and it's in the sign of Taurus. And Taurus in the tarot is ruled by the Hierophant, the Hierophant, and the Hierophant is kind of known as the Pope of the tarot deck. And the Hierophant rules structure, tradition, can be a card of marriage, but mostly it's a card of kind of like the structure of how you live your life, your core values, the traditions that you follow, very foundational. But what this kind of means is that's really shifting. This blood moon, we know that full moons are all about releasing. This is going to be a huge release in, you know, the structures, the rules, the values that you've kind of lived your life by. All those old ones, those like old rules, old structures, old traditions that don't serve us anymore are going to be let go. And if you're not ready to let go of them, this energy, this eclipse energy kind of forces us to let go of it, whether we like it or not. I have a lot of notes, so I do apologize. I put intense transformation, weed out any beliefs that make you feel like you're not good enough or worthy enough, and offer them to the full moon for release. I highly recommend, if you've never seen it, Google Lady Gaga's Madison Square Garden Born This Way speech. That is the vibe of this full blood moon in Taurus. Like, she talks about, like, if anyone's ever made you feel not good enough, not pretty enough, not thin enough, not worthy enough, or like you'll never win a Grammy, or you'll never sell out Madison Square Garden, you just remember that you're a goddamn superstar and you were born this way. That's kind of the vibe of this full blood moon eclipse in Taurus. It is very, a little aggressive, but very powerful. Like I said, it's the last blood moon eclipse until 2025. Taurus in the body rules the throat, the neck, the vocal cords, and the thyroid. I wrote soul leveling up, next chapter energy. Not even next chapter, but next book. Like, closing the old book and starting another. New rules, new structure, new everything. New life. Jupiter is also going direct in Pisces, which is very lucky. Jupiter is one of the planets that rule Pisces. I'm a Pisces, so I'm very excited. It's just a very intense energy. So what I wanted to do for this class is something different, a little bit more gentle, very restorative, because the energy of this eclipse is so powerful. I feel like I'm already kind of feeling it's very like overwhelming and I wanted to keep it kind of chill. So it's going to be a quick little yoga class. We're mostly going to focus on our breath and throat opening. So it's going to be low to the ground. I encourage you to have any props that you need for your practice. I strongly encourage blocks because we will be using these. If you don't have blocks, you can use books that are this shape and size. The Akatar books are perfect. And any other props you need for your practice. I try to teach my classes in a way to make them accessible for all bodies. So I'm going to offer a ton of variations, but we're going to keep things really simple, really slow, really restorative, and pretty quick, just so I encourage you. I'm also going to have a tarot reading for this full moon also on YouTube if you're in my membership. I'm going to have a pre-recorded worksheets and workshop for this full moon. I encourage you to do that and just spend this time, just releasing. I wrote down, write a letter to get out everything from this past year and burn it. and then write a new story. It's that like that audio on TikTok that's like, burn it. Did I say stand there and look stupid? No, I said burn it. That's the vibe of this eclipse. So we're gonna take it easy with this yoga, then maybe go watch a tarot reading, then maybe join the membership and do the workshop for this full moon. We have live yoga as well in there, live tarot readings, a Discord. That's all in my membership if you just click the join button here. And also, if that retreat I was talking about sounded good to you, I do have spots available for next year in Salem in March if you'd like to be there with me for the new moon in Pisces in Ostara or the spring equinox. And then I'm also having another retreat in Joshua Tree and for the full moon in Sagittarius. So lots of options to come and get your magic on with me. But without further ado, we're gonna get started. So get started in an easy seated pose. And remember that easy seated pose means something different for everyone. Your easy seated pose is gonna be different than mine. I like to sit with my legs crossed. You can sit with your legs extended. You can sit on a pillow, bolster, blanket, block, anything that makes you feel good in your body. And we're gonna come to our space. And once you settle into this easy seated pose, I encourage you to have your palms facing down for some grounding energy. Again, we're in the earth sign of Taurus for this blood moon eclipse, and it's gonna be pretty powerful energy. So we just wanna get a little grounded. You can close your eyes if it feels good. And just start to bring awareness to your breath. Notice as it goes in and out through your nose. Not changing anything about it just yet. Just using our breath as a tool to bring us back down to earth, back into our bodies, to the right here, the right now, to this moment. As you inhale, maybe feeling that chest expand, the belly expand, the shoulders rise. And on the exhale, everything releases. Starting to deepen and lengthen these inhales and exhales. Remembering that we're here to take up space, so on the inhale, really take up space with your body. Fill up. And on the exhale, feel yourself grounding a little bit deeper into the earth. And now as you continue to deepen and lengthen these inhales and exhales, start to take inventory here of the mind, the body, the soul. Doing a little check-in, a body scan. Noticing any tensions, blockages, constraints, and if they do come up, just acknowledging them. Practicing non-judgment, non-attachment, knowing that we are human and it's okay for us to feel these things. And if you find yourself getting a little too attached to something, just take a big inhale in, and open mouth, exhale, let it go. As you continue to breathe here, ask yourself, what is your story from this past year? What happened? If someone wrote a book about your life this past year, what would be the chapters? What would be the plot line? The major events that someone would write about if they wrote a book about this last year for you. There might be good, there might be bad, there might be neutral things. All of the above. And maybe you visualize that book in your mind. It's an open book. Now I want you to close that book, close it up, push it aside, and pull a new book in, a new blank book. I picture one of those old-fashioned like quills and ink in my hand, and you're about to write a new story. Let that be the focus of this class, of this gentle release, this throat opening. We're going to seal this with a few deep inhales and exhales. Big inhale in through the nose, filling up chest, filling up belly, taking up space. Open mouth, exhale. Nice big inhale in, filling up chest, filling up belly, taking up space. Open mouth, exhale, release it. Last one, biggest yet, really big inhale in. A little bit more. Open mouth, exhale, release. You can allow your breath to return to normal. And we're going to invite in some movement here. So I'm going to inhale, center. Exhale, I'm going to drop my right ear to my right shoulder, pressing this left shoulder down, getting right into the throat, the neck, the vocal cords, all that Taurus energy, the throat chakra. Inhaling, center. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder, pushing that right shoulder down. My allergies are so bad right now after the weather changed in Vegas, so don't mind me. Inhale, center. Exhale, right ear, right shoulder. Would you believe that it's going to be warmer in Salem, Massachusetts than it is in Las Vegas right now? Inhale, center. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Press that right shoulder down. Inhale to center. Now we're going to take it into some full head circles. So you're going to let that right shoulder drop to the right ear and then drop the head all the way back, around to the left. Dropping chin to chest and then over to the right. Now we're going to exhale as we drop the head back and inhale as we come forward, chin to chest. You can take this as fast or as slow as you'd like. Making this movement intentional. You can put your whole body into it if you'd like. Trusting yourself, trusting your body, trusting your intuition to do what feels good. The next time you're centered, chin to chest, pause there for a moment. And then go in the opposite direction. So left ear to left shoulder, dropping the head back, over to the right. Inhaling as you come through center, chin to chest. Exhaling as you drop the head back. And again, taking this at your own pace, doing what feels good. The next time your chin is centered, chin to chest, I want you to hold it there. Taking a few deep breaths here, getting into the back of that cervical spine. You can gently bring your head back to center to a neutral spine. I encourage you to switch your legs out. If you're sitting cross-legged, just switch them out. Putting the other leg on top or the other leg crossed on top, just so we make sure we're even. Feel that grounding beneath you. All right, we're gonna continue to get deep into this throat. So I'm gonna take my fingers, I'm gonna interlace them just like this. First, we're gonna open the throat. So you're gonna bring the backs of the hands to right underneath your chin. You're gonna inhale, pressing the elbows wide, lifting the chin, opening up that throat. I'm breathing here. Big inhale in, exhale, release, keeping the fingers intertwined. Now we're gonna drop the chin to chest, and we're gonna bring that to the base of our skull, right where our skull meets our spine. And I don't want you to pull. I want you to let gravity do its thing as those elbows come down, the chin comes to the chest. And breathing here. And gently release. You can release those hands. Now bringing your chin back down to your chest. We're going to shake the head no here. Gently from side to side. Very slowly, very exaggerated. And I want you to tap into this throat chakra here, this Taurus energy. Throat chakra and the vocal cords here are active. So here I want you to say no to whatever it is you want to say no to. Say it out loud. Say it powerfully. Even if it's a whisper, you can still say it powerfully. What are you saying no to? The things you don't want to carry with you into this new cycle. Things you want to let go of. Say no. Gently coming back to center, chin to chest. Now we're going to nod the head yes, very slowly, very exaggerated. And I want to know, what are you going to say yes to? Say yes to it here. Speak it out loud powerfully. Share it with the universe. Dropping the head back, lifting the chin, and then dropping chin to chest. Gently finishing up this next round, then releasing to center. Now we're slowly going to transition to a tabletop. So I'm going to take my time. I'm going to move with intention. I'm going to come to my hands and knees. My shoulder, elbow, wrists are going to stack. My hips are going to stack over my knees. I'm going to go right into my cat-cow here. Now in this cat-cow flow, I want you to really focus on opening the throat. So when I inhale, I lift the chin, really lift the chin to open that throat, to arch the back, open up the chest, press that chest out. And when I exhale, I really round, dropping chin to chest, opening up the shoulders. Inhale to open. And exhale to round. Continue this. 5 to 7 of these. On your own breath, linking your breath to your movement. Again, trusting your body, trusting your intuition here. Doing what feels good. If you want to take full body circles, you want to go from side to side. Just make sure you're focusing on that throat. Now you can gently finish up this last round, coming to a neutral spine. Now you can open those knees as wide as the mat, sink those hips back to the heels, and extend the arms out for your child's pose. Now I encourage you, if you usually place your forehead on the mat, try placing your chin on the mat to open that throat so you're gazing up towards your hands. If that feels too uncomfortable, totally fine to place that forehead down. We're just getting into this throat chakra energy. And breathe deeply here. Remember that this is going to be a new chapter, a whole new book in your life. What do you need to let go of? What old chapters do you need to close? Old structures, limiting beliefs, traditions, values. What needs to go for the new chapter, the new book to begin? Taking a big inhale in through the nose, filling up chest, filling up belly. Open mouth, exhale, release it. On the next inhale, we're going to come up through our table, and exhale, drop all the way down to our bellies. Now, your hands can come right underneath your shoulders. You're squeezing those elbows into your sides. And we're going to flow through some low cobra. Again, really focusing on lifting the chin to get into that throat. So inhale, lift the head, the chest, the shoulders, really lifting the throat. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Now on this next inhale, you can lift up and come to a Sphinx pose. So your forearms come in front of you, planting into the mat, pressing hands, palms, wrists, forearms into the mat. Elbows are directly underneath the shoulders. And what's really important here is our shoulders aren't shrugged up to our ears. We're pressing those shoulders down, lifting the chin, opening up the chest. Option here if you'd like to shake your head from side to side, get into that cervical spine again. And gently coming back to a neutral spine. Now option is stay here. Option to find a high cobra. So if you would like to find your high cobra, you're going to press your palms into the mat, straighten your arms, and gently walk your hands back until they're underneath your shoulders. Hips and pelvis press into the mat. Shoulders press down and away from the ears. Chin is lifted. Breathing here. Taking a big inhale. Exhale, finding your child's pose. Sink those hips back. Release. Now I'm going to give you a few options here. Option one is to stay right here in your child's pose. Maybe come to your chin instead of your forehead. Option number two is to bring the palms together in prayer, bend the elbows, and bring that over your head again while you're still on your chin instead of your forehead. Option number three, if you have your blocks, is you can grab a hold of those blocks, place your hands on them, drop into that child's pose to the chin, really open that throat. The last option is going to be to take a puppy pose. So if you want to take a puppy pose, you're going to lift your butt up. Your knees are going to come underneath your hips, and you're going to extend the arms out. This time the hips stay over the knees. You drop chest to the mat, come to the chin, gaze up towards the hands, and breathe here. Wherever you are, we're going to breathe. Take a big inhale here. Exhale, you can release. And gently coming up to a seat, taking your time, moving slowly with intention. All right, my friends. So that was our little yoga flow to open that throat up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna spend some time in a supported fish savasana meditation. So you need your blocks here, or you can do this on a bolster. You can also use a pillow. One block is going to go directly beneath your shoulder blades, kind of right on, if you wear a bra, where your bra line is, right between those shoulders. The other block, if you'd like, can be used as a pillow underneath your head. I usually don't need that other block, but if you do, you can also use a pillow instead of a block. So setting up right in between my shoulder blades. My shoulders are gonna open up over that block. And again, what I'm really gonna focus on is lifting my chin, opening up my throat. Again, you can place that other block or pillow underneath your head. With your legs, you can keep them bent. You could take a Supta Baddha Konasana if you'd like a release in the hips, or you can extend the legs out. Palms come facing down for that grounding energy. We're gonna spend some time here, friends. I'm gonna count us through some 5-part breathing, and then you're just gonna continue to breathe. I want you to meditate, visualize on that book, closing the old one and opening the new one, letting go of those old structures, values, limiting beliefs, traditions, putting those aside, closing that up. And what new story are you going to write? So first, let's do this 5-part breathing. Just listen to my voice and I will count us down. We're going to inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. And exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. And exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. And exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now you can continue these long, deep inhales and exhales, or just allow your breath to return to normal. Visualize that book, that new chapter, that new book in your mind, and ask yourself, what am I going to write in it? I'll let you know when it's time to come back. Just breathe here. Gently start to bring your awareness back into your space, and back into your body. Maybe wiggle your toes or wiggle your fingers. Maybe roll out your wrists or roll out your ankles. And just gently waking the body up until you're ready to roll off of that block. So just gently rolling over to one side using your bottom arm as a pillow. Coming to your fetal pose. Remembering this pose symbolizes fresh starts and new beginnings. When you're ready, gently pressing yourself up to a seat. Any seat that you find comfortable. Feeling the mat beneath your fingertips. Inhale, bringing those arms up, taking in all this energy we just created. Exhale, bring them back down. Release of what doesn't serve you. Release of that old story. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, palms come together to touch, bringing that to your heart center. The light and love in me honors the light and love in each of you. We bow to our practice. Thank you. That is all I have for you today, my lovelies. I encourage you again to go watch the tarot reading, to do the workshop in the membership if you'd like, and just have a wonderful eclipse. Get outside, be under the energy. If the energy feels too overwhelming, you can literally just lay there underneath it. You don't have to do anything special. If you do anything, I encourage you to just, again, write that letter to get everything out from this past year and burn it. And then write yourself a new story. Write a story of what you want your new life to look like. I think it's super fun. I don't know. Sounds fun to me. But yeah, maybe I'll see the tarot reading. Maybe I'll see the membership. Once I get back from Salem, I'll be posting a lot more classes, a lot more content. I've just been consumed by event planning. But if you'd like to join me at one of these retreats, again, there's another one in Salem coming up, another one in Joshua Tree. I hope to see you there. or if not, I'll just continue to see you here. So I'll see you next time, my lovelies. Have a wonderful full moon eclipse.